Biggity bam.
Do I need an earpiece or are we just doing it through them?
We're just doing it through the live since we ain't got to play no damn music today.
Awesome. Okay.
Here we go.
For music lovers only. The podcast.
We got these woods, we got these acres, got a stream and a dream, country roads and paper. We got these woods, we got these acres, got a stream and a dream, country roads and paper. We got these woods, we got these acres, got a stream and a dream, country roads and paper. Times are getting hard, that's what my daddy said. I said, Daddy got a plan, this is what's in my head. I miss those.
What's up? How's everybody doing tonight?
Howdy. Pretty good.
Got the Reverend Jim Barlow, some TAVO X. Oh, I forgot to add Mr. Thomas Benny over here, so let me add that real quick. But yeah, it's Saturday now. We're just hanging out. We're gonna talk a little bit of music. Alex is a little bit under the weather, so she'll be back hopefully next week when she gets feeling a little better. Yeah. So James, how you doing? Give us a little sound check.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing good. How y'all?
All right, good. Okay, make sure I didn't screw anything up. That's usually how it goes.
I'd almost rather be there with y'all, but here I don't have to wear pants.
Yes. There's
So
a
that
big
part's
benefit.
pretty cool. Nobody knows except they all do now.
What's up, Mr. Joshua Riggs, tuning in from from YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. He's tuned in the last 2 or 3 podcasts, so I appreciate it. What's up, Jordan Chambers? Kicking it. You better be using some pens to do some drawing. What's up, Roy? How are you guys doing tonight? We're going to talk top 5 of the 50s. This kind of spawned from last week's episode where I had made the comment that I would want to be a housewife in the 50s if I could go back and do anything.
Right.
And I know I do, but I realized the 50s wasn't good for everybody, but that's why I guess a white housewife in the 50s would probably be the safe way to go. But yeah, so that's where I would be. Just doll me up and let me hang out, take care of the kids, mother's little helpers and little vodka. That's where I'm at. I think that would be heaven. I think if just. But anyways, that's what spawned it. So TAVO, he was he had to go to the research and I think that's the fun of this all, because he didn't know he knew 50s music until he started doing some looking.
Okay.
Oh, what's up, cuz? My cousin Jeremy tuning in from Georgia down in Georgia. I can't remember which city. He's down in Georgia. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, so like I said, it was another tough top 5. They're all gonna be, I think, because I have a pretty broad music. And I didn't go with Elvis on mine, but then Priscilla just passed away 3 or 4 days ago.
No, Priscilla's still alive. It was Lisa Marie.
Oh, Lisa Marie?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
And what's amazing is Priscilla at 70 still beautiful.
Yeah.
She's still as lovely as she was. Longevity there. It's wonderful. But no, Lisa Marie passed.
Drinking the tiger's blood, probably.
Oh.
But like I said, what did she? Well, I mean, was it some illness? I mean, it wasn't no dubious stuff, right? I mean,
they're not saying. I kind of wonder.
Yeah.
It was like Lisa Marie's oldest son died, and they were talking about some of that, and it was a she's not breathing thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still sad. No matter what happened, it's sad.
No matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Heart attack, cousin Jeremy. He's a bass aficionado. I mean, this my cousin. He can play some bass.
I got a bass at home too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn how to play.
How many basses you got in the house right now, Jeremy? Probably 3 or 4, be my guess.
I need to buy one too.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess who wants to go first? I guess the question here.
How are we going? Like the top, like from 5 to 1, or how are we gonna do this?
Let's go 5 to 1, and then what I'll do eventually is when I get this all up and going, I'll get a playlist on Spotify, and we'll share the music because we can't share the music on the stream because the powers that be don't like it. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. I didn't realize my little logo covers up our names. It's always something.
Yeah, get it ironed out eventually.
So I'm not here. It's just,
Right.
it's just hummus, and TAVO X.
Looks like some really bad Greek food.
All right, so you gonna go first?
I mean, I only came up with a cup. I mean, I do have, but I mean, I could start off with the flamingos. I mean, I thought that name was pretty catchy.
Yeah.
When I researched it right now, like not too long ago, I thought that, that name just caught my attention.
Yeah.
I've never even heard their music, but I mean, they're from Chicago, so I'm pretty sure they have some fire music, to be honest. And, shoot, like I said, I didn't grow up in the 50s, so I don't, it's really,
I think it's safe to say none of us grew up in the 50s here.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm old, but I mean,
not that old.
I mean,
But I liked how, a lot of like the Flamingos. It was all the whatevers,
The
the
yeah,
Playtones, the Beatles.
No nursing home panty raid.
No.
Blood nursing home panty raid. That was there too. Yeah, we're all that fucking old.
Yeah. Feel like it some days.
no, but let me see.
You hear everything pop in sequential order when you get out of bed,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like I said, I Only Have Eyes for You. I've heard that one definitely.
Oh, dude, that one's cool.
It is a killer
Look how
song.
creepy it is,
Yeah. It's been covered a few times, I think.
So they're like a little popish music, they're like kid pop music, I guess.
Pop music.
I'm a pop artist, so I'll probably have to go check them out for sure now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm a pop artist, so I have.
You're plugging them. You got to listen now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
plugged in now. I have to go home and watch the flamingos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go to my show now. I gotta go watch the flamingos.
Got Mr. Fabs coming on in the green room. The room green. The room green room. That's what that is.
Green.
Ooh, say that 5 times fast.
Right.
You ready to come on, Fabs? He's ready to come on. What's going on?
What's going on, guys?
How's it going out there in sunny California?
It's pouring rain.
Pouring rain, so it's not sunny.
No, it's pretty shitty week actually.
Well, I'm glad you came on because you can see my name on the stream now. That's pretty cool.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Now I can hide my logo though.
Tom, we're really gonna have to step up our beard game.
Hey, low-key, Josh saw me a couple days. I was growing it out, but I had a show yesterday.
Oh,
So I had to clean myself up and stuff.
Yeah. That's a pretty glorious beard, and also a member of Big Sexy Beard brand.
Yeah.
You're the big dog, right? With the sales and stuff. I mean, everybody's Fabs 20, right?
That was just 1 month. I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm privy to that information. You're always in the running, that's for sure.
I don't have the skills you have to create insane images.
Oh yeah. I mean, still, I create the insane images and still don't get the JRB 520s. So it's like whatever.
I'm a slut. I throw my shit out there everywhere.
We all are kind of.
The Fabs, we got James, we got a Reverend Jim Barlow, excuse me.
Yeah.
He's a local musician here in Wichita, and TAVO X over here, and then Thomas Benny, both local musicians. And so we've only went over one of yours,
Yeah, one of
the
mine.
Flamingos.
I still need to do more research on those boys. Like I said, they're probably from, not my time. So
Yeah.
go check them out.
And that's kind of what you were saying too. You were like, I don't know music from the 50s. And so it was kind of fun to get you all on little homework assignments.
Yeah, I just came to educate myself and hang out with y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So what else was on your list, Mr. TAVO?
Let's see. I have 4. I have. I put Elvis. You know what I mean? Everybody knows who Elvis is. I put him as like my number 4. You feel me? The man knows how to dance. Keep the women going.
Get them hips a shaking.
Yeah.
Get them blood percolating.
Don't forget Forrest Gump taught him how to do that.
Forrest
Yeah,
Gump,
yeah.
No, it's
Hey, could you
I haven't even seen that movie. I've just seen the trailer, man.
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's really good.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie, but I hadn't really watched. Okay, Mr. Fabs, he does a Forrest Gump character for his bearding stuff sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't realize like how dark that
The movie.
there was a lot of tones of darkness. Like
There really
Forrest
is.
got his name from the
Yeah.
from some dubious stuff. I don't even want to talk about it because we'll probably get flagged for something. But I was like, what the hell is this?
My favorite scene in that whole movie, though, is when the principal's walking out of the house and goes, "Your mama really cares about your education." Forrest just goes,
Man,
Yes.
maybe I shouldn't dress up like Forrest no more.
I don't know. Somebody could probably. I mean, nowadays somebody could get offended by anything. So
That's true.
True that.
yeah,
People getting their fifis pretty easy.
yeah. So what else you got, Tavo?
I put down Little Richard, Long Tall Sally.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, when I heard that movie, I was watching Predators, and I did not know who Little Richard was. You feel me? But
Yeah.
that boy could dance too. I'm telling you right now, he used to get a crowd lit. It's like ballrooms and stuff. They used to get, perform and stuff. So like, I mean, times have changed now.
Yeah.
More in arenas.
Dick Clark.
So, yeah.
Dick Clark's. What was it? That was all came on in the
American
50s.
Bandstand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
Dude,
kind of like
Little
the
Richard was nuts. I mean, like if you listen to his vocal, and then you listen to like what we're doing now with the metal and shit, he was doing that vocal fry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do that, I'll do that. You know what I mean? Like he had that fucking growl,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he was gay the entire time, and just nobody cared. Like he was out there doing it the entire time.
Way before his time.
Oh yeah, no, he was nuts, man. Fucking hats off to Little Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put him at 3. And then at 2, I got Johnny Cash. I mean, when I heard his song "Hurt," I didn't know if that came out way back in the day or not.
No,
but you
that
know
was,
what I mean?
yeah.
That was the 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
cover.
Wasn't even his song, but
Oh,
I like
wasn't it?
no.
No, he made it his song.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Exactly.
he definitely redid it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So like, when he was pretty. Did he pass?
Yeah,
away?
he had that gravitas.
Yeah, all of them American recording albums were like most of them were cover songs, paying homage to some of the music that's touched him,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
but he sprinkled a few new ones in. I don't think they were all covers, because when the man comes to town, I think that was one of his, wasn't it?
I'm
Man.
not certain.
Folsom was his too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no, Shel Stevens wrote that.
What?
Yes, that's what I just seen. Shel Silverstein, and he wrote cover of the Rolling Stone.
Isn't he a poet? Is Shell a poet?
Yeah.
Well, no. He wrote Folsom. No, he wrote Folsom. He wrote Boy Named Sue.
Oh,
Okay.
That makes more sense.
That was a cool
Yeah,
song.
okay.
Yeah. And then there was a song about him stealing random parts working in a motor shop. I don't remember what it's called.
One
it's
piece at a
that was a
time.
cool song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, one piece at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good music, and he influenced, a lot of musicians. It was hard to label him as country because he started out in Sun with Elvis
Yeah,
and
he was rock and roll back
Neil
then.
Perkins, Carl Perkins.
Mm-hmm.
The Sun. I mean, that was the beginning of rock and roll.
So
Memphis, Tennessee, and then we were talking about Robert Johnson, which he was more 30s.
we
The
were talking
crossroads.
last night, yep,
Go down to the crossroads and sell your soul so we can play
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah.
That's always a good story, but that was the 30s.
That was
a
the
little
30s,
bit
yeah.
Before the 30s. He was shot dead in like 29.
29.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So he blew up right after he was gone. Then I'm assuming.
Oh, well, he didn't. I don't think he really blew up until, I mean.
No, like it was like the British wave when the Rolling Stones and everybody started covering his stuff.
Yeah.
That's when we found out about him again. Like the Rolling Stones made a lot of money off of him.
Yeah.
Love in Vain off of Sticky Fingers. That was that was an old song of his.
One of my favorite ones is like, "Excuse me while I go dust my broom." It's
Uh,
like, what the hell? And he always played in like some weird tunings. I mean,
like
but a
off
lot of the
tempo.
old blues guys, I mean, they had some like insane stupid tuning. So I mean, it's hard to translate if you're just trying to play standard tuning. I mean, you have to learn guitar all over to play their stuff.
But I mean that's how you knew you were talented back in those days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Singing into a can,
singing,
literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Bar to bar and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one more, right?
Yeah.
See if anybody.
This guy.
I've been slacking on
It's
comments.
the Stephanator.
Yeah. What do you call it? I have Frank Sinatra as my number one. I don't know.
What's up, Jana? Playlist are best, anyways. Yes, I agree. Who'd you say again? Sorry.
Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good song, to be honest. Classical.
I can't remember who did Wipeout.
Uh,
Mama Bear says hi.
it's not
Hi.
Hi from upstairs, right?
No, she's at work.
Oh no. What's up, Stephanie? Okay, we're caught up. We're caught up on comments, I think.
I can't see them. I couldn't log in through StreamYard on my phone.
Oh no. You had to link it up.
I just accidentally closed it, and then I have to do the whole email sign-in thing again. So
Oh yeah.
The Safaris.
The Safaris did wipe out.
In 1963.
Yep. So that's not the 50s.
That's not
Not the 50s.
No.
I mean, they may have put stuff
It
out before.
blurs, you know. Like, I think there's some blurring.
Yeah,
So
especially.
everything picks up the further along we go, you know, like there it was like 2 decades was 1 decade of music kind of thing.
Yeah, because the late 50s, it's certainly, you can't tell the difference between the beatnik. The beatnik kind of blurs into the hippie, and then, it, you know, the.
So
It all
I-
kind of blurs. You want to go next, or you want me?
You go ahead.
You go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, pull out that pen and paper.
Yep.
So.
Yo,
Pen and
I
paper.
gotta make notes, man. I forget my name. I'm old, man. I only missed the 50s by like 16 years. 59, I'd have been, I made it. So my first
Man,
one
that's-
was Richie Valens. Like,
I should have did some homework. Could have had a paper.
I did it just like I did school about 4 minutes before the show started.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're that guy. He's like, you better turn it on.
Definitely. Just after this.
CD8, CD.
Yeah, that triangle pattern going down.
Yeah, so Richie Valens, I watched that movie La Bamba when I was a kid, and I mean, it kind of grabbed me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a really good story.
Badass
so,
movie.
So it was killer. Some of his
Yeah.
music, it just resonates with me. I mean, I don't know. I like to play music. And I like to sing and stuff he did. I was before I played music or sang, and I'm like, I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing that. Then I had Diana Ross.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just a beastie voice. I mean,
Mhm.
just talented. Let's call her. I mean, it's kind of funky, bluesy. I don't know.
Soul.
Soul, yeah,
Soul.
soul
I mean, it
music.
all, the
Mhm.
genre's blurry.
I'm switching my top 2 because the last one you'll understand why. Benny King. Just kidding. Well, my name's Benny, Thomas Benny, and Stand By Me. Like
Yep.
from the movie and the song, like my whole entire life, I've vibed with those. Then Dean Martin, just because I mean the rap.
Oh hell yeah.
Any crooners.
Crooners, just that. I wanted to first off have that effect on the ladies. You know. Second off, I wanted to sound like that, and third off, I just kind of like the mobster look.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like the 50s because everybody was wearing suits,
Everybody was just
It's
fly
Like
to the
dress
nines.
suits, huh?
You know?
Like,
Yeah.
tuxedos.
Yeah,
and all
I mean-
yeah, that was the style back then. You know,
Fedora,
artists,
pinstripe,
Yeah.
you know,
But-
like just
I
killing
mean,
it.
as long as you weren't working in a factory, I mean, you know, you're rocking the suit.
Oh, yeah.
Door salesman rocking the suit, you know.
I mean, back then you don't know if I got a jug or a Tommy gun underneath my trench coat. So,
That is true. That is
or
true.
both. All right, and then I mean, the last one. This is kind of self-explanatory. Bob Dylan, because he wrote every song you ever heard in your life. Like,
Yeah, along with the, Dave Allen Coe has probably got about a good,
yeah,
I mean,
One of them too.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's wrote a lot of songs.
yeah.
Good songwriter, but, you know, again, he's got dark, dubious.
Oh, okay.
My favorite is the X-Rated album, but I mean, I don't like all of the songs on the X-Rated album, but
Right.
It's
But
interesting.
kind of
Old boys were like
just a little bit not right.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I like the dirty ones, the raunchy ones, not the racial
offensive
ones.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
it's really weird when you watch some of those old boys travel throughout life. You know, you see a progression of a human being.
Yeah.
You know, they were products of their time, and they were able to evolve,
Yeah.
well,
which I think is really cool.
I've seen Bob Dylan twice,
Have you?
and the first time was in Slime and Nosebleed.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I didn't even enjoy it. And the second time it was at Century 2. I mean, you know, 30 feet. I was, you know, the first row coming up. I was right there. And the whole set was just, you know, I mean, magical. I mean, it was great. And then he came out for his encore and he started playing All Along the Watchtower, which
Yeah.
I didn't know until that point that he wrote that song.
Mhm.
And he played it, you know, just as good as Jimmy ever did. And he was doing this little, you know, the whole time he was like doing a step forward, step back kind of thing while he was playing. I'm not going to stand up and do it right now, but
Yeah.
the whole time that's all he did. And I mean, that was when he came on for the encore. I went up and I stood right, you know, I was the only one because it was kind of an older crowd. But I'm like,
Right.
I rushed the stage and I'm standing right there, and I'm
This
just
is
like,
this is how we concert.
Yeah. I think Julie Casey was with me on that one. I drug her up there with me too.
Where was it at in Salina?
But the Salina was Nosebleed, the Bicentennial Center.
I played there.
Yeah.
When I was in military school.
Yeah.
I just wondered if it was the same place.
So I got to see Dylan and Willie Nelson at the old Lawrence Dumont Stadium.
I would have loved to seen that one, but I missed it.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Until you take a grand piano out of a fucking road case. That part was not cool.
Ouch.
Because they travel with their grand piano, Willie Nelson does.
Oh.
His drummer and his wife, you know, have been with him forever. That's why it's Willie and the family.
Yeah.
But they travel with a full grand piano that they put into a road case every night.
Well, and then, you know, I mean, even Willie was doing stuff in the 50s, wasn't he? I mean,
I think so.
I think he started really young.
I mean, I don't know for a fact. I know he's a vet. I think he was a Vietnam vet.
I don't know.
Is Googling illegal in this?
No, we can Google. Let's Google.
Yeah, okay,
we need a designated Googler.
That's how I figured out the safaris.
Yeah.
Let's see, Willie,
what was, like I said, Bob was awesome. That was your number one, right?
Yeah, Bob was
Yeah.
my number one. Just because, I mean, he's one of the best songwriters ever lived.
Yeah.
Seriously. I rank him and John Prine. And, I mean, like of course, locally, Ben Hatcher. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear this guy.
all right. Willie Nelson's first song was recorded in 56.
Yeah.
Hey, 50s,
See?
nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, No Place for Me.
No Place for Me. Well, that sounds like definitely one. And it was probably not the typical Willie, what you think, you know. I mean, You're Always on My Mind and
Yeah.
My Medicine by Snoop. Hanging out with Snoop and Martha Stewart now.
Times have changed, they evolved. You know, we're over here trying to meet all the old celebrities, and all the old celebrities trying to hang out with all the new young people.
Yeah, it's funny how it all blends nowadays.
I do a song I guess it was written by Red Lane. I think Willie redid it, called Blackjack County Chain.
It's just a story. It's just
Yeah.
storytelling. It's one of my favorite songs to do. Nobody else likes it, but I love it.
Well, that's what music was telling stories,
it's like
you know.
folk music,
back
right?
then.
It's like
Yeah.
folkish
It
music.
was more storytelling.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
kind of like that. I mean,
Oh, Kevin just couldn't. He's gonna crash one of these days. But you want to go next, James?
Sure. Mine's not like in any sort of order.
Okay.
And like I might wax poetic about a bunch of shit that doesn't matter that I care about because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
But like the first one that's really coming to my mind is Henry Mancini, the
Name
Peter
is-
Gunn theme. You know, the dun dun do 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 do, like the father.
Peter Gunn. Okay, yeah.
sounds like a
Peter
movie track.
Gunn.
Right.
Yeah, you know, so that's cool. Like, who doesn't like going down? You know, like picture yourself walking down a busy street with that in your head. You know,
Yeah.
dangerous.
If your ass ain't wiggling, you need to check your pulse.
Right?
You know what
Right?
got me hooked on that was Spy Hunter. You remember that game?
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
that game was badass.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was like
That was the
Like-
theme song through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Henry Mancini.
I need to put some of these tracks on GTA, man. So
Yeah,
just cruise
I'm,
over, you
I'm
know?
sure there probably has been Pink Panther theme. He did the Pink Panther.
Oh, really?
That's dope. I didn't know about that.
Actually, I won't be honest. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the movies, but I mean, the cartoon itself back in the day
That was
pretty
killer.
good. Right, the cartoon itself
Yeah.
was pretty good, you know.
Doo-doo.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I had to delve into this because I didn't realize how much of this music I knew.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I did not know that. I was like, well, I know Pink Panther though.
I can thank my dad for that knowledge.
Well, you know, and how they used to record is they would be in a room.
Yeah.
You know, there'd be like one or two microphones.
Yeah.
They
Producer.
just had tape, and it was like one or two tracks. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way they would balance it is like, oh, you bass player, step back.
Yeah.
And then there'd be a guy like in front, and they would do it all live. And like it's really cool because there's like atmosphere in there.
Yeah.
You know.
I would love to see a resurgence of like big swing bands and you know, big bands.
There was one in like the 90s.
Yeah,
there was.
And Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Brian
Yeah.
Seltzer.
Yeah, Straight
I
Cat.
love them. Everybody's all like, oh, you know, ska, and I'm like, no, this is great.
Yeah, Pit and
Or
Spice.
Psychobilly.
Ballroom dance, man.
Yeah.
You know, so the next one that just popped into my head is Fats Domino.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin just said Chubby Checker. Fats Domino's on my list too.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think he got a recording contract in 1949, and he released the Fat Man, which is considered to be like the first rock and roll release.
Oh, really?
And that was I want to say like 53, 54. but like you listen to it, you know, he was from New Orleans, and you can just hear it seeping through, and that's what I love that about it. You know, like today a lot of music's very sterile. Like you hear it and everything sounds good and it sounds perfect and everything fits right, but like the atmosphere is gone. Like you can almost hear the room they were standing in when they started it, and that's what's really cool. Like you can hear the 4, 5, 6 players, and you can feel them. You know, it's like you're standing there with them,
Right.
And I admire that. Another one, Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, I think he was on my. You don't see my list. I think he was on my list. American Bandstand started in 1952, so that's. And like I said, Big Bopper. I liked Blueberry Hill. I remember my parents. My dad was always into music, and so, you know, I got some music, you know, a cassette tape of the 50s, and there was a bunch of artists on there, but that one was Blueberry Hill was always stuck out on my head.
Well, like with Buddy Holly, like I didn't want to put him on my list because he was so obvious.
Yeah, I didn't put Buddy Holly on my list, obviously.
But then there's that song, The Midnight Shift.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look.
You know, he's talking about, you know, if little Annie gets up and puts on that bright red lipstick, is always looking for a ride, you know, it's just because she's working the midnight shift. And I'm like, listening to the song, I'm like, dude, where's our glorious, you know, better Leave It to Beaver days? He's talking about his wife cheating on him.
Yeah.
You know? It's like that was pretty dark, but they threw it in such a poppy way.
Yeah. What was the one where the car crash and dies? Or
where's my baby? Yeah. Another cool thing about Buddy Holly is Waylon Jennings was in his band.
Really?
I think
when he died in that February, Waylon Jennings had to finish the tour singing Buddy Holly's songs.
Wow.
And then he went on to be Waylon Jennings.
Wasn't it Clapton that flipped for the seat or something like that? And who was it?
No, Clapton wasn't around then. He was still in England 10 years away.
Somebody flipped for that seat on that plane and missed it. And I've
heard it was Jennings that flipped for it.
Was it Jennings?
Yeah, because most of them took the bus.
And Valens never flew. He didn't like it, and he ended up on it.
Yeah.
Smack.
Yeah, just like kind of like the Metallica thing with switching the Metallica thing with Cliff, switching the seats. So I think it was Hatfield that was supposed to have him that seat, or Drew Straw or something, and then all kinds of gorgeous.
Yeah, it's weird like how everything intersects.
Yeah, kind of history repeating itself. You know, that was the Buddy Holly of our generation. You know, the Metallica Cliff Burton.
And then the next one would be for me, Patsy Cline.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That was on Alex's list. I got her list, and Patsy Cline was on there. Buddy Holly was on her list. That's why I said Johnny Cash.
But yeah, I mean, there was just something like almost angelic about her voice and the sorrows that she sang. You know, I felt like that really crossed a lot of genres. I don't think country artists knew they were country, and rock artists really knew they were rock.
I didn't think it happened. I don't think the categorization happened till afterwards.
Yeah, and then we started trying to like label them.
What's going on, Jonathan?
There's the Big Bopper. It says
Big Bopper was supposed to be on there.
Yeah, that flipped the coin.
Yeah, so they were all torn together. Big.
I didn't realize so many of those artists were from the 50s. Like, I literally did no homework. I was just like, I don't know.
Right? I mean, it's crazy because, you don't think about any of this.
Yo, tuning in from Twitch. Thanks for tuning in.
And then the next one that I have to go for is Chuck Berry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. And he was on my list, yes.
Well, then I'll switch mine to Bo Diddley.
Yeah, well.
Or was he on your list too?
No. You don't have to switch. It's okay.
Well, but like Chuck and Bo are both kind of like in that area. You know, guitar heroes.
Yeah.
I like Buddy Holly.
Louis Armstrong, because the kid just started playing trumpet. So I'm like, see, kid, you can play trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I make her watch a lot of any music I find with trumpet in it. I'm like, here, Try to turn her on to it.
I wanted to be a trumpet player, and I didn't get good enough grades, and my dad didn't buy me one. And then, like, 6 years later, he got me a guitar, and he was like, "I'm sorry, kid. Like, I should have bought you a trumpet."
I don't know. I tried playing hers. I don't think I could do it. Any wind instruments? I think I'm good.
What about the harmonica?
I mean, I can make noise on a harp, but not. That's
I will
another.
say this, Thomas, I'm thankful that you got the guitar, so that you didn't join a fucking ska band.
Did you get the?
What?
Oh yeah, okay. I was behind there. I thought. Okay, never mind.
He's in the room, green.
Same page. On the same page. All right. So we'll go ahead and finish Alex's list real quick. She had Frank Sinatra as her top.
Okay.
And I mean, like I said, I can't. The crooners. I mean, you just that whole vibe. I mean, it's just
candle to, man.
just pimping, big pimping. That's what it was. I mean, they were kings of the world.
Yeah.
And Sinatra in Vegas. I mean, he built Vegas basically. I mean, when I mean, his friends built Vegas, and they got him
the entertainment.
Yes. Because that was when Vegas got built, turned into the glorious what we know now, Sin City.
Yeah, he was rubbing elbows with some rough ones. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah. I mean, there was definitely.
Oh, Frank had power. He made Jack Daniels. Like, it was a local brand, and then he was out there with Jack everywhere, and then all of a sudden everybody drank Jack and Cokes.
Choco Mellow.
That was Frank's influence.
What's going on, Hippie J? Thanks for tuning in.
Hippie love.
Yeah.
There were ballrooms back in the day, right? They were just ballrooms, not arenas like they do now, like Vegas.
I mean, speakeasies, because that was when was Prohibition? Wasn't that?
That was
earlier.
Okay.
Like 27 through like 33 or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it still had like the small club feels, like Ricky from Lucy.
Yeah.
Go play in the Latin bar. And,
The Cubana.
yeah, the Cubana, yes. That's a lot of good. I mean, the Puerto Rican, the Cuban. I mean, that's a lot of great music influence.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it blended, and kind of, you don't think of Puerto Rican and Cuban music much anymore. I mean, unless you're Puerto Rican or Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was a lot of good stuff back there that definitely influenced
Just
rock and roll.
Latin music in general.
Yeah.
Didn't influence me.
Man, I should have searched up my people from the 50s. Now that I think about it, I gotta go back and go do some research.
Do it.
Yeah.
Like Marlon, when was Marlon Monroe's? What time period was that? Like
Marilyn Monroe was the 50s because she was running with
Norma Jean.
Yeah, she was around with Dean Martin, wasn't she?
Frankie.
And Lou Gehrig.
Well, what's his name? The Kennedys.
Yeah,
I think both of them.
Yeah. Because all that did at 63, 64. And then she was out a little bit. Yeah, so she was 50s.
Alex has one more. It's I'd have never heard of Nina Simone.
Oh my goodness.
I'd never heard. So I'm gonna see what.
Nina Simone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was in the 50s, but I've heard of her. But that's the thing, like, everybody, like Aretha Franklin was 50s, wasn't she? Like late 50s?
Yeah.
Started.
I believe.
So much good stuff came out.
I mean, what was the Ray Charles and
Ray definitely.
The Ray
Jerry
Evans.
Lewis.
Then who was the Temptations, and then the Gals? They started out as backup singers for the Temptations, and they started their own band. Diana Ross was in them.
The Supremes.
The Supremes.
The Supremes.
Yes. Nina
Actually,
Simone.
yeah, that's wild how that all like flows, and I never realized that it was from that long ago.
Me neither. Like, I've heard all these names and I've grown up listening to the music, but I just didn't associate it with the 50s.
Nina Simone's first album was 58, so we're calling that the Blurred Line. So
Definitely in there though.
yeah,
Roy Orbison. Oh, I missed
Oh.
that one. I missed that one.
yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hanging with Johnny Cash, Elvis, and Roy Orbison. Remember, just imagine partying with them.
To be a fly on the wall.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I mean, handful of trucker speed, and
I think Johnny was a band for a while, didn't he? Johnny Cash?
there's a I don't know if they played in each other's band, but they had a little thing where I don't know who did it first. I think Johnny imitated Elvis first on one of his shows, and it's recorded. It's on YouTube. And then later Elvis imitates Johnny Cash at one of his shows.
Oh, okay.
Johnny plays it up better. Elvis is, he doesn't get into it as much as. But yeah, that's been fucking crazy.
Just to hang out with those guys.
Yeah, be a fly on the wall with Johnny Cash, Elvis, like I say, Carl Perkins, Blue Suede Shoes, which Elvis got big doing that one.
Okay.
$1 Million Quartet was Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis.
And another big one that I think we all missed, as far as just like launching, music and rock, Hank Williams.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That was done in '53.
Yeah,
he died in '53.
And it's got, it's a tragic, almost as bad as the Robert Johnson. It was just, demons. I don't know.
He lived to be 30.
There was so much darkness involved with Hank. He did. I mean, I think they broke it down later. Like his gospel music, and then his happy music, and then his sad music. So where you can kind of get them in pieces. But I think that would be one I would like to go back and chronologically listen to the songs when they actually came out, and then try to puzzle the storyline together.
Where he was at and how he was feeling.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there was a movie about him. I can't remember. Some kid had to drive him to the show.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
he'd be hitting it hard.
Yeah. Get him there sober and make sure he gets to the show. And
well, they had to stop off at a hospital because he was complaining of stuff, and they gave him morphine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they got back in the car to drive the rest of the way, and he's like just drinking beer and writing lyrics in the back of this kid's Cadillac. And then they get to the show, and he's dead.
Oh wow!
At the age of 30.
Yeah.
And, he had what was it? He had a degenerative disorder with his back, which is why he was hooked on the morphine.
Yeah. And back then there was, they gave, oh, got a headache? Here's some cocaine. Here.
Yeah. I mean the things back then, like mints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
30 cents.
Throat lozenges worked.
But we were talking about what the chainsaw was invented, a couple years before the 50s because giving birth. I mean, there was a lot of bad stuff about the 50s.
Yeah.
The cars, the music, and
don't get knocked up, bro.
They just drank regular Coca-Cola. Didn't it have Coke in it still?
Up till
I don't know that it did in the 50s.
I think it was before then they pulled it out, but yeah, it did definitely at some time. It was called Coca-Cola
for that reason.
Imagine some of that Coca-Cola with some Jack Daniels.
Which way do I go? Which way do I go?
Emily's on says hi.
Howdy.
That's Mr. Fab's better half.
Brother Jimmy.
On the other side of the couch.
Other side of the couch.
Yeah. She couldn't hear because I just got earbuds today and I was testing them out on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, what you guys got, Babs and Foghorn on Fridays on the Talking Beard Network?
Yeah, it's a real shit show.
It's a good time, though. Just kind of a hangout sesh, right?
Yeah, I'm older. I don't really go out much, so I get to party with my friends.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, we got this one. I know TAVO's got the show tonight. You playing tonight?
Not tonight, no. Well, I might go jam with some people if it's stringing in the new year, but it's not a book gig, no.
Yeah. So that's why I kind of kept this one like at 6 so people could still go do stuff. And, I mean, I know some of it wouldn't work. Like James, I think you take like the entire setup with you when you go, right? Most times.
Yeah, it's wild.
You got the grand piano and the hard case.
Yeah. Everything but the grand piano.
We just unload it and tune it and put it back.
What are you using for a microphone, James? Your microphone's like crystal clear.
I am actually using a ribbon microphone because this is a 50s chat to a tube preamp.
Nice.
Okay.
I own a recording studio, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because it's like elevated but clear as hell.
Yeah. So it's a ribbon microphone about 3 feet from me.
I'm just waiting for Frank to start singing, man. I feel like I'm in the room.
Oh man. All right, so we'll get to mine. Like I said, it was a tough one. Like I said, I tried to go obscure. First obscure one, like I say, Frank was already on there. We've already talked about Frank, Fats, and Chuck Berry, but they made my list. But Mickey Parker, Mickey Baker, which everybody probably knows it. That was Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner, Dirty Dancing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But he had some other songs that I had heard. You looking it up?
No, I'm just looking. I got 50 singers.
Yeah, look, Mickey Baker. But yeah, that was a good one. Like I said, I hadn't realized that's who it was, and so I looked up some other stuff, and it was also pretty good. But one that really threw me was when I first heard it. I first heard the song. Okay, Creedence Clearwater. I Put a Spell on You, and then Screamin' Jay Hawkins, and this cat is insane, way above his. I don't know how he made it as far as, which he probably didn't make it very far, but he was wild. Voodoo, I think he was from he had a lot of voodoo aesthetics in his act. I would assume he was from, New Orleans. Yeah. New Orleans. But
they carry him out in a casket. I mean, it was nuts for the 50s.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, a lot of them there was the Arabic band. They had one hit wonder. Oh, I can't think. Maybe it wasn't Louie, because that was. Well, no, that was 50s. But who did Louie? Because there's a lot of.
I'm gonna say wrong, but I think it was King.
Everybody did Louie.
Yeah.
I think
Louie.
The Kingsman is who I'm thinking.
Kingsman,
but I don't know. That's who I saw do it. That doesn't mean they did it first.
And then they got investigated by the FBI for that song.
Yeah. There was a lot of weirdness, a lot of weird stories behind that song, and I heard that in the first Animal House. Yeah. I think that's where I first heard that song. Wasn't that one in it? Wasn't that in it?
I don't know. That is crazy though. That's crazy.
The 50s, weird times. Now look at us. Yeah, even weirder. I mean, that's kind of where it all started. CIA started with, and then Hoover, the
digging up dirt on everybody, man. Yeah.
The Russian scare.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like, so that's kind of what Bryce was like. There was threat of a nuclear war. I'm like, well, that's no different now. I mean, anybody could push a button, and now everybody's got them.
Yeah.
So everybody's got them, and so we're all just like. Yeah. Back then, I guess it was just new.
But imagine though,
isn't that
weird? See it coming, like, fuck.
You'll see it coming for a second or two, and that's just a real bright light.
Yeah.
Poof.
The whole world is held in peace by everybody having a gun at everybody else's head.
Yeah. And then
with my luck, it'll happen when I finally catch up on my bills.
Exactly.
Everything off and poof.
Yeah.
I just paid off my college loan. Bam.
Yeah. So everybody stop paying your bills so the world don't end.
Yeah.
But what was it? The nuke you're supposed to tuck under the table, duck your head under the
table, or in the fridge, type of thing.
I think South Park
built different back in the day than
they would probably protect you back then. I would think.
Yeah.
Those refrigerators. Yeah. These no.
You're not going to get out of it once you shut it. You're stuck.
But you didn't die from the nuclear war.
Thank God. You're gonna suffocate.
Well, be careful if you have a stepbrother, like get stuck in the refrigerator.
I think South Park did a skit on that with the volcano.
Yes.
Early South Park. I liked early South Park, but I outgrew it after 2 or 3 seasons.
What do you call it? I mean, it was original, but then it started going to the politics. And, whatever was going at the time.
Yeah.
So it just changed.
Well, I mean,
I used to love South Park. I grew out of it.
Yeah, I'm sure Big Brother got in there and started programming the media just like all the other ones.
Anything that makes it into any fan base gets talking to.
Yeah.
I'll still fuck with some Family Guy though.
Me too.
Family Guy's funny.
Yeah.
It's just wrong, just right. You know what I mean? Like,
when you re-edit this later, John, you got to cut away with the Conway Twitty. I see the 1-2 in your eyes. Right in the Family Guy.
Like the old, I don't think they still have it, but the old Ren and Stimpy, that shit was like my favorite cartoon.
I rewatched some of that as an adult, and I'm amazed. at what
bought-
I
They don't.
saw as a child.
Yeah, well, that guy, he was weird too. I mean, the creator of Ren and Stimpy, he had. I mean, nobody liked him. I think he was just. I mean, he was a major asshole. Is what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, there was. I don't.
My
think,
favorite episode is that Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh yeah. Oh
I,
yeah.
like, I like the Stinky where he's looking for his fart, running around looking for his friend
Yeah.
Stinky. Have you seen my friend Stinky?
Log and
French log.
French toast or powdered sugar man or French toast man. What is it? Powdered toast man.
I got a couple Stephanie Nash.
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ren and Stimpy. Yeah. She did good.
Yeah.
Or just the what is it? The horse. Well, no, sir, I didn't like it.
No, sorry. That totally took me back to a whole picture.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
And it, it was laced with adult humor.
Oh, I mean, when
big
it first,
time. Yeah.
when it first started, oh yeah.
psychedelic adult. Yep.
Yeah. And that's how
You guys watch Big Mouse?
I haven't
Big
seen
Mouse?
I
my
know what you're talking about, but I haven't
Oh,
watched
Big
it.
Mouth. Oh yeah, with the hormones and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Bro, that show is like every time I watch an episode, I'm blown away that it's on Netflix. Like Netflix don't give a fuck. Like,
Facts. I
Yeah.
seen
Oh
something.
yeah, no. Well, it's just like Netflix, with Dave Chappelle. They're like, okay, yeah, fuck your feelings. We're still
Yeah.
gonna put it out there because people watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, like in this day and age, I'm blown away that shit's on, and they just came out with but they have a new one.
Oh yeah, the what do you call it? The human resources, or something like that.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's fun. That I like that one better than Big Mouth. Okay.
I mean, I'm just blown away at both because it kind of reminds me of like back when I was growing up, like Ren and Stimpy and the adult humor cartoons.
Pushing the envelope.
Well,
Yeah.
they're all meant for kids. If you're a parent letting your kids watch Big Mouth, probably you're gonna have some trouble.
I mean, my kids are grown. They're 26, but I used to let them play Grand Theft Auto, but only on mute.
Till you left the room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Adult Swim, a lot of good stuff on Adult Swim. What was it?
Yeah, for sure.
Rick and Morty.
The
Rick
Meatwad and Aqua Teen.
Oh, yeah, Aqua.
Hunger Force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good stuff.
My parents didn't really know what I was up to down in the basement, but they could definitely smell what I was up to.
My parents were so high they just saw that I was watching cartoons and kept going.
Yeah. My parents were not high. They were just glad I wasn't high in public.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, we got like I said, eventually I want to get this on Spotify. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going to add a playlist. I'm going to have to go through and kind of watch it again to write down some of the names. I saved some on here, but yeah, I think this is something I'm going to keep doing. We're going to have fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Excited.
You can't play like audio clips with their show, right? Because
We tried.
Yeah, we tried last week. We got dinged, and
like even under the 30-second mark.
Yeah.
well, I found out that is complete bullshit. They don't.
30
There is
seconds.
no time limit. If it's copyrighted material and it hits the AI algorithm that says, "Hey, this is copyright," you're gonna get flagged. And I don't think, like I said, what I read is that the stuff we played was found on the internet, so I could probably fight it. It was we're not trying to make money off of their music. We're trying to promote their music.
Promoting people.
Yeah.
Journalism, we are trying to educate people. It's a journalistic stance. We used it at, so I could probably fight all these claims, but do I want to do it every week? Do I want to have Aaron do it every week? No.
Well, even then, like, I don't know if you ever watch Rick Beato's show on YouTube, but he's gotten dinged a lot, and he just does production, and he's had to fight some of these, and you can't win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a system design that you don't win.
Yeah.
Well, just when we were able to broadcast on Talking Beards, Foghorn got smashed and for some reason just kept playing Baby Bye Bye Bye. And I got messaged by everybody, dude. Ghost, Aaron, everybody. They're like, what the fuck? I'm like, it wasn't me. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, And I was so like lit. I didn't think to just mute his mic. You know what I mean? I could have just muted his mic because he kept playing it like over and over and over. Our viewers are like,
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I
Josh,
said,
Josh had a pretty good idea. I think you just get enough of a fan base to where they want to pay you to play
Yeah.
their music.
Yeah.
And, kind of.
I decided right there I'm not going to play any music until they pay me.
Yeah.
If they want to play like that, you know, I mean, because I'm not trying to make. I mean, yeah, I would like to get enough followers on a podcast to where I can get paid to do this. So I mean, I don't, you know, but right now
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid to do it.
Right.
So I don't know. I think we could have maybe won, but do I want to fight that battle every week?
No,
No,
that's not worth it.
no. So what we're gonna do, and it was a minute 20 seconds of the podcast, and
An hour and 20-minute
Yeah.
podcast.
I don't think it made the podcast, and it just made me have to be distracted and pull up songs and
Yeah.
screw it up. And I thought
Well, check
I thought it was muted when it wasn't on the screen, but
Yeah.
I go back and I listened to it, and it was playing the whole
All
time.
the ads.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So yeah, buy some Viagra or Hims. I think it was Hims.
Yeah.
Get your Hims for your ED.
Yeah, I love how that's taking over everything. Like I can't have anything on my phone talking about my ED or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, the
just 'cause
problem's
I'm
not
over
that my
40.
dick doesn't work.
I don't
You
got
know our
ED.
age. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything works, bro.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Stop mocking me.
What are you trying to say? Is that a little dick joke?
Yeah.
Back
I think
off.
it's
Little joke. Yeah.
Don't be a chode. Drink it, Barlow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a fun shirt. I think he pretty much sold out of those.
I bet they went then.
Yeah. I mean, there's people stopping in last night just to get him. Riley. I don't know if you know Riley. You know Riley, Oklahoma, right? Griffith.
oh yeah.
Yeah, he hit me up. They seen a shirt that I did for a local venue called Barcode, and one of our buddies always, don't be a chode, drink at the Barcode. He's been saying it since they opened.
Jimmyism.
Yeah, and so they hired me to. Oh yeah, there's Maury.
He's up there.
Yep, she kicking it. That's one of I think wasn't that the first one? Didn't we decide that was the first one, or
I'm not sure. Only you would know that.
I think maybe the third. It was first or second. I can't remember.
He's kicking it up there with Cat Von D.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got the new version of him over here. I'm painting him this time, but making him a little different.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I haven't got back on him, but it's been a busy week. A lot of stuff going. I guess
You're a busy man.
I guess that's
right.
good.
I like it when you go to the bar and leave with more money than you showed up with.
Yeah,
That's pretty much my whole goal in life.
Yes. That if you're not doing that, then you're not living.
Yeah.
You're not living right.
I used to do that.
Now, like I feel like I'm at work anytime I'm in one, so I just stay out.
I know. I am at work anytime I'm in one, or I'm
Right,
supporting
yeah.
people that are at work.
Well, yeah, no, like I'm running sound or we're playing or
If I show up and I have gear in my car, I end up working no matter what.
All you gotta have is gear in your car.
I used to go to the bar, come home drunk with more money than I went there with, but not because of any musical talents.
More of a hustle. I got you.
I'm in Cali, so
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have not got away with that in Kansas because we're still in Kansas. So
Yeah. No, I wouldn't know anything about it.
Not
Not at all.
drinking
Not at
whiskey though, I'll enjoy my vegetables, Ossifer.
eventually you win a set of bracelets. Pretty
yeah,
cool.
they're shiny.
Yeah.
They work.
Yeah.
Look at my pretty attire.
Stainless, I believe.
So, James, you got the Out of Dodge is the next thing you got coming on.
yeah,
That's March, right?
April 22nd, and we're going to work some shows in between. Well, before that, like we're working on a 3-day run.
Yeah.
So it'll be like past the Tarrant on the left hand side. We're going to start on April 20th and do a couple dates.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Well, Fabs is a metalhead. Like I said, I would say I don't know. I wouldn't. You're not like typical metal. I like it because you got your music. It makes you think, and that's what I like your music, James.
Yeah.
But it is definitely heavy. I mean, what genre would you call yourself?
I think The closest we've come now is dad rock.
Dad
Like,
rock.
a lot of people say shit like, you know, like Mastodon and Opeth, and you know, it's not like the fucking knock your jaw loose, knock loose thing. It's it's a little more refined, but you know, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. You should check him out,
Shop-
Fab. Terrence
Yeah,
Severance.
yeah. All right, or send me something. I'm on my phone now, so
Yeah. I'll send
Yeah.
you.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I listen to pretty much anything but country. I just don't. I never really thought to date it. Really, I just hear it and
Yeah.
I either like it or change it. And
See, I like the older country, you know.
Well, I don't think country's ever really been country. It's just because
I'm not
like,
saying
in
it's.
the 50s it was more rock, and then now it's pop.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just
Not your thing.
I don't personally listen to it. I was forced to listen to it my whole childhood. Like my whole family was like, I'm back there with a skipping CD player trying to listen to the new
Yeah.
Dr. Dre Chronic or something. Like they'd all go to concerts together.
Then TAVO, you're playing tonight at the Barleycorn, right?
I am.
Nest, little Nest showcase.
And
right?
that showcase, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kush playing.
For the Birds, they, me. I think there's.
Are they doing the was it 1 Stone, 2 Stone thing too?
Yeah, one stone probably
Oh, yeah.
tonight. You know.
Yeah.
Pretty cool there.
That's some
Yeah.
cool stuff, you know.
I think Kevin's going to be out there painting. I don't think I'm going to make it out. So I can only people. I got limited amounts of time that I can tolerate peopling, and I peopled yesterday, and I got the kid, and I mean, daddy duties come first. I mean, end of story. So I'm not gonna miss another night. You know, and she wouldn't stay at Granny's last night, but yeah, I'm not pawning her off again. This is, you know, I'm just gonna hang and kick it. Get done with here. I gotta stop by Mopigs and hang up some art and.
I need to go there sometime.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
yet to
you
go
do.
there. I have not been there, man. I keep seeing like, bro, it's like my childhood. Bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like, it's like you know everything as a kid that you probably wanted. You know,
Like
you walk
nerd
in
heaven, man. I'm just like, oh, everywhere I look.
Stephanie and Ann had bought, you know, some prints. I mean, they bought some stuff from Nick, and they bought a handful of stuff. And of course, they didn't want to carry it around, so they set it on my table. And,
Oh, okay.
and they're like, "Come get it." You know, we'll get it before we leave. And then, of course, you know, they left and said, "Fuck their shit," left it here. And I'm like, ah. So I got a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna deliver that. Be a good friend.
I'm pretty good at forgetting stuff at bars.
Yeah. Terrence.
That's like Troy.
Don't forget yourself.
Terrence Severance.
Some of my friends last
Yep.
night. Really, John?
I'll definitely get you a link, Fabs.
For sure, that'd be awesome.
You got Spotify? I mean, they got a
Yeah,
badass
I do.
music video on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I do. I'll check it all out. I just won't remember it and can't type it right now. I'm usually on my laptop. Like I said, I just wanted to try these Galaxy Buds.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get off here. Like I said, Tavo's got stuff to do.
Yes, sir.
Don't want to make him late for his gig.
Won't be late.
I'd be in trouble.
Appreciate y'all having me on.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks
It's
for
gonna
coming
be
on.
The next time.
Yep. So we're gonna get
Peace.
off here. Y'all have a good night. I gotta find the button.
Yeah.
That's always the fun part, isn't it, Fabs?